Wow, that was such an exciting holiday. I wonder whether I'll ever meet time-traveling experts like Guruji or Mr. Eagle.
Why you looking for me? I am Mad Hatter Jr., time-traveling expert from Dream World.
Am I dreaming?
Yes, you are. Go ahead, pinch yourself.
I can't feel any pain. I must have dozed off.
Do you believe me now? Welcome to Dream World.
Thanks, Mr. Hatter. How did you fly up here? And how come you can pass through walls?
In the Dream World, you can do everything unimaginable in the twinkle of an eye. Here, hold my hand. I will take you across this wall.
This is so exciting. Help! I'll fall to death. Let me go back to my seat.
Don't worry. Let go of that window. You can fly now because you are in Dream World.
This is beautiful. I can actually fly.
This kind of flying is called levitating. You don't need to spread your arms. You can go wherever you wish, even in the squatting position.
This feels good. Thanks. Are you related to Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland?
Yes, he is my uncle. That's why they call me Mad Hatter Jr. Do you want to visit Alice?
Not right now. I love to visit historical figures and situations from the past. Can you take me to the Chola period?
No, I can't take you there.
That's a pity. Since you have the power to fly and pass through walls, I thought you would also have the power to take me to the past.
I will explain. Let's go sit on that cloud. I said I can't take you to the past. However, you can go there using your own powers. You have the same powers as me in the dream world.
Really? Can you show me how to use my powers to visit the Chola period?
Just think about any person or situation of that period and you will instantly be there.
That sounds simple. Will you join me?
Sure. Where are you going?
I'll visit King Raja Raj the First, considered the most powerful Chola ruler. Whoa! We are already there.
Yes, I told you. The moment you think of a person, you instantly transition to that place.
Gosh, then I'd better control my thoughts.
It is time to subdue our enemies and expand the boundaries of our kingdom.
I guess that's King Raja first.
He must be getting ready for a war. He became the king in 985 and expanded Chola control over most of South India. Look, his battle horse is ready out there.
Was he the first Chola king?
No, the Cholas were an ancient chiefly family from Uriyar. The first Chola king to revive the dynasty in the 9th century was King Vijayalaya. What happened? How did we reach here?
We transition here the moment you mention King Vijayalaya's name. Could this temple have been built by him?
I guess so. He was credited with having built a temple called Vijayalaya Choleshwaram after he conquered the Kaveri Delta. Gosh, here we go again. I guess we transitioned here since I mentioned the Kaveri Delta.
That's right. Was this Vijayalaya's first conquest?
Yes, he conquered it from a minor chiefly family known as the Muttarayar in the middle of the 9th century. He later built a town called Thanjavur here. Whoa, I hardly uttered the word Thanjavur and here we are. You know, this later became the capital of the Chola dynasty.
Wow. Quite a nice ancient city, huh? What was the extent of the territories ruled by the Cholas?
I wish I had a map of the Chola Territories to give you a clearer picture. Wow, my wish has materialized. We are actually standing on a map.
This map has all these shaded areas in dark grey. Are they showing the Chola territories?
Yes, Vijayalaya's successors, including Rajaraj I, conquered neighboring regions. The Pandya and the Pallav territories to the south and north were made part of this kingdom.
So, was it Raja first who carried out most of the conquests?
Yes, mostly. However, Rajaraj's son, Rajendra I, continued his policies. He developed a navy and even raided the Ganga Valley, Sri Lanka, and countries of Southeast Asia.
What a huge empire! I wonder what the Chola cities look like.
Hey, you mentioned Chola cities and we transitioned here.
Wow! This temple is huge!
Yes, the big temples of Thanjavur and Gangaikonda built by Rajaraj and Rajendra, are architectural and sculptural marvels.
Why did they build such big temples?
Chola temples often became the nuclei of settlements which grew around them. The temples were not only places of worship, they were the hub of economic, social, and cultural life as well.
Why is that?
Because these settlements became centers of craft production, including the Chola bronze sculptures considered the finest in the world. Where are we? Oh, I recall I mentioned Chola bronze sculpture. This place is filled with them.
These are nice works of art. It's a pity they didn't make Mad Hatter hats too.
No, Mr. Hatter. They didn't know about your existence at that time. Their art consisted mostly of deities. However, sometimes images were made of devotees as well.
Got it. However, I am getting claustrophobic. Let's go somewhere else.
Let's go to the countryside.
Why did you think of this place?
Many of the achievements of the Cholas were made possible through new developments in agriculture. I wanted to see these new developments.
I don't see any new developments here. Which river is this?
I guess it's the river Kaveri, which branches off into several small channels before emptying into the Bay of Bengal.
Small channels? I can see something projecting out of a small channel in the distance.
Whoopee! You mentioned the projection and we landed upon this ladder.
It must be a part of some complex machinery.
That's possible. In delta regions like these, embankments had to be built to prevent flooding and canals had to be constructed to carry water to the fields.
Amazing! Such irrigation works might have required planning, organizing labor and resources, maintaining these works and deciding on how water is to be shared.
Correct. That's why most of the new rulers, as well as people living in villages, took an active interest in these activities.
Did they cultivate only along rivers? What about forests?
Wow! Look where that last remark of yours on forests brought us. I can see forest for miles around.
It must have something to do with the Cholas.
Yes, the Cholas opened up this area for large-scale cultivation between the 5th and 6th centuries.
Opened up? Do you mean they cut down all these forests?
Yes, forests had to be cleared in some regions. Land had to be leveled in other areas.
Oh, that's a pity. However, I suppose there was no other way for peasants to gain land for cultivation. How was this entire cultivation effort organized? Hey, I mentioned the word organized. and we transitioned to this place. Perhaps the people organized here are the organizers.
Yes, the peasants were organized into settlements known as Ur. Groups of such villages formed larger units called Nadu. The village council and the Nadu had several administrative functions, including dispensing justice and collecting taxes.
Were these leaders elected or appointed by someone higher up?
The leaders were chosen from the Velala caste, a group of rich peasants. They exercised considerable control over the affairs of the Nadu under the supervision of the central Chola government.
Got it. Were there any other castes with administrative powers?
Yes, the Brahmins.
There we go, transitioning again at the mention of Brahmanas. I have heard of a caste called Brahmanas, who were priests. How did they get connected with administration?
Brahmins often received land grants or Brahmadeyas. Each Brahmadeya was looked after by an assembly or sabha of prominent Brahman landholders.
How did these sabhas operate?
These assemblies worked very efficiently. Their decisions were recorded in detail in inscriptions, often on the stone walls of temples.
How were they organized?
The sabha had separate committees to look after irrigation works, gardens, temples, etc.
Oops! You said temples. And see where that brought us?
I think there's going to be an earthquake. The ground is shaking.
That's the thud of your airplane, which has just landed. Did you forget you were in Dream World and that you are actually asleep in the airplane?
Oops, I forgot I was asleep. And this is all a dream. Good thing you mentioned the word airplane. It brought us here instantly. It's sad that when I wake up, everything will go poof. And I won't see you again.
Don't be too sure. I have ways of keeping in touch.
That would be nice. I would love to keep in touch with you, Mr. Hatter.
Your dad is trying to wake you up. Time to say goodbye.
Bye, Mr. Hatter.
Bye, JC. Until I see you again.
Thank you for flying Mad Hatter Airlines. We hope you had a pleasant journey. Please accept our Mad Hatter hats, which will serve as a memento of your trip. Thank you.
Hatter, is that you?
You bet. Isn't this a great way to keep in touch? Huh?
You are really a Mad Hatter. Welcome to my world.